I'm doing great. So, I'm going great. And here we are. We actually are live. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys and you ladies, this literally does not work. I'm sorry I'm later than what I anticipated because, well, let's face it, I had technical difficulties. But right now, we are actually doing a test run for having a Zoom in call with some of our great fans here. So if you are actually a channel member and you went on the community tab, you were able to actually get to the link. And so come the draft in 17 days and some odd hours, you guys will be able to be part of the studio audience. So if you guys would like to, and ladies, I see Stacy Stewart, better known as Roland's Reviews. How are you doing, Stacy?
I'm great, Mark. This is wonderful. This is more interactive, so I like this. I really like this.
Well, that's great. I'm glad to hear that you like this. This is like the first test run here, and I've literally had some technical difficulties because I couldn't get the speakers and things on. Let's see. Who else we got? Who's my man right there? You got the headset on. I know. I recognize the face.
I'm Stephen Robinson.
Hey, Stephen, how you doing, man?
All right.
Just all right? You're not good? You're not great? You're not terrible? What? Come on, man. You got to give me more than that.
I ain't had enough drink yet.
Well, whose fault is that? Come on, Stephen. Pour yourself a drink, man. You're on live on the Jobu Sports Report. Okay, come on, man. Let's have some fun with this. Okay, I see.
I've got enough shot glasses here that I could pour a bunch of drinks and not ever run out of glasses.
Well, you need to share some of that then. Shoot. Hey, we all friends up in here.
That's right.
Yeah. So I see Jimmy Cook. What's up, Jimmy? How are you doing?
Doing great. I had a COVID shot the other day and was a little under the weather today, but I'm better now, so.
Well, that's great to hear. Now, forgive me. I know there's 15 people here, participants-wise. Let me just admit all, okay? Hopefully nobody's going to run through here butt naked, but you never know. We might have some trolls that are some channel members and stuff. But if you can go through...
Eagle fans.
Ain't nobody trying to see that. Ain't nobody trying to see all that. So for the people that's hey, Jessica, how are you doing? Jessica, you can be up in the chat here. Tell that to Atlanta when they move up 21 spots for Julio Jones. Yeah, but Julio Jones, did they get a Super Bowl ring out of that? Did they, nope. Joseph? But Joseph, I remember you. Okay, this is Joseph. Actually, is in the chat here. He wants to get Kyle Pitts so bad. He wants him so bad. He wants to trade up for him. That's not me. I think, honestly, the best thing to do is take the best player available. If it ends up being Kyle Pitts, I'm fine with that. But I ain't trading up. I'm not, I need a second starter with that second-round pick. But let's see. Troy Daniels, I think you are muted. Unmute yourself. Troy?
I got my Joe Barty the other day.
There we go.
There you go, Troy. How you doing, Troy?
Hey, I'm hanging in there. You know what? I'm ready for this football season to start. Just got my new Dak Prescott McFarland that I ordered.
Nice, man.
I got one ordered too.
It's one of those limited, I think, is what they're saying.
Okay, so let's see who else we got up in here. That's a nice limited. Man, I need a bigger home myself. Because honestly, I'm blessed because I have so many great fans and stuff. Joseph Heatherly sent me the chair over here. Joseph has sent me a lot of really good stuff. I've had people send me fan cave stuff, stuff from the stadium, and I just I love everything, but I need a bigger place to put all of it because my wife is one of those things, and maybe Stacy, I don't know if you're like this or not, but my wife says it's nice to see a little bit of wall in places.
Yeah. We like to see a little wall every now and then.
But you know what's funny though, Stacy? I tell you what, she's got her home office now because of COVID, and she's constantly adding stuff. And I'm kind of looking around. I go in there and I look like this. She's like, "What are you looking at?" And I say to her, "It would be nice to see a little bit of wall."
you know that what we have is important. Now the men, we just sort of,
Oh, okay. So all of my stuff, some of the stuff being historic, it doesn't matter. Is that what you're telling me?
No, we run the show now. Come on.
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, but
I'm being a little bit sexist. I know.
But-
I
but
need
you-
some more young ladies in here to
Mark,
help me.
what's the expression? Happy wife, happy life.
that's like finding a unicorn. Seriously. Okay. It don't matter what you do. That's a hard thing to find. I see somebody who has an iPad. Who's that with the iPad? There's no name on there.
Jacqueline Nellums.
Jacqueline, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm kicking, not high, but I'm kicking. I'm happy that I finally figured this thing out. I'm not really good technology-wise, as you guys know, and I kind of lost control here on getting this thing set up. Shout out to everybody. David Wiley, I see you there. I see Jessica. I see Toby. Did I miss a I'm sorry, I said super chat. Okay, if I missed any, I apologize. I will come back and I will add all of you guys to. Oh man, I forgot to bring the trophy down. I'm happy that we got this working. So my game plan is come draft, and it's going to be going on for a long time. You guys are going to be our live studio audience. So everybody who is a channel member, you are going to be able to call in. We'll have the link and everything else. And if you are in right now, you should be able to unmute your microphone. Because I see Diggs Boy is in here. I see James Winston, but your mics are muted. David Wiley. Oh, you know what? I need to do something. Can you guys carry on a conversation for literally 2 minutes? I got to run and grab something.
Never. We could never do
Okay.
that.
All right, you guys run on the I'll be right back.
Good, Mark.
You guys run on the conversation. Oh, you know what? I tell you what I'll do. Here's what we can do.
Whatever you do, don't show Philly fun.
We'll go ahead and put in some entertainment for you guys. Okay. So while I run this,
I don't know. I've been watching the chat for a little bit. Everybody is like dead set on getting Pitts. He's not going to be there at 10, guys. Come on.
No, he's not.
I'll tell you about
He's
that
going to
time.
be gone.
You know how he put you on there for the draft.
Dallas has more Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver.
Yeah! Oh, I love that Billy Belt. I love that Billy Belt.
I love that. Anytime I'm feeling down and depressed, all I have to do is
I
watch
know
that
that's
clip.
right. Listen to Philly 500.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. It never gets old.
What are you doing? You just let
You know, it would be nice if we could get Pitts away from them. But I don't know. I think Philly's given up on getting Michael Pitts, too.
You think so?
I think so.
He's probably gone by what, the 5th or 6th pick?
Well, you look who traded, how they did that trade. I mean, number 3 was Miami. Traded back
Right.
to 6, where Philly is, or was, I should say.
no, that's good.
Niners
Okay.
are up to number 3. Philadelphia now took the Niners number 12 pick.
And
They're not.
there we go.
I think.
Okay.
I really think that they've given up on trying to get Michael Pitts.
Did I miss anything?
No, we're talking about
No.
We're just talking Michael Pitts.
Pitt.
Oh my God. Okay.
I hope we don't move up to get him.
The thing that scares I may be James, you got your mic on mute. James Nooks. James, come on, unmute your mic, man.
Somebody said he couldn't unmute his mic.
Okay. I have it set it so all unmuted. Let me ask him. Let me see. Let's see. This is why it'll be good to
All right, can you hear me now?
there you go.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Hey, I
What's
like
up,
the
James?
background,
Oh man, you
James.
at the stadium, huh?
I'm going to do my imitation of Philly 500.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Fire hazard. I can't even say it. I'm laughing.
I'd fire his ass. I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass.
Mark, thank you so much. I was just telling everyone when you had to leave for a few minutes, when I'm feeling down and out and depressed, I can look at that clip and it lifts me up every time. It makes me laugh.
Oh my goodness. That is a classic. I don't know how many times it gets played on his channel, but here it gets played all the time.
It
And-
never gets old.
I'll be
That
right
it
back,
doesn't.
Mark. I got to do something real quick.
Okay. All right. So you guys, you can hear good and clear. We're okay with that. Okay, good. All right. I think I finally did something right. So I can actually, this is Okay, so Stuart Morrison, why are you? Hold it. Hang on. Hello.
Hey, boss. What's going on?
I'm kind of live streaming with about 150 of my best friends.
I knew I was missing it. Okay.
So it's a Zoom in. It's a Zoom in. I figured you would Zoom in as opposed to calling in.
I didn't know I was already going on. That's why I was calling.
Okay. All right. So try. The link is in the description. Oh, excuse me, in the community tab, so you can hop on. All right.
Here, man. All right.
All right, Chuck Betts. I think I have to actually invite you guys. Okay. So now what we're going to be doing, I've got to. I thought my canopy was gonna block more of the light, but the sun is kind of in the different spots, so we have this whole cascade on the other side there. Chuck, how are you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, Mark. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I see one of the racks right behind you there, man. Thank you.
Yeah, there's one right there, and another one over there, and
Well, damn.
I got 3 of them here. I got still haven't put up the jersey rack yet.
Man, I appreciate that, man. You know, all the stuff that you guys have bought and everything else is what's helping to keep this thing growing and all that. And I think what I'm going to do, I like guys, you know, the studio audience, you guys that are outside. Can I turn my sound up a little bit? Okay, let me turn it up a little bit. There we go. Is that better? Nathan, is that better? A little bit louder for you? Okay. Howard Floyd, there's one of our big donors there. Howard, because of Howard, you see this one right here? This Joe Barty trophy, I just finished painting this one today. This is a first because this is a two-tone. It is actually Dallas Cowboy colors. I don't know if you guys over there can see it, but we got the blue and the silver. So it is truly Dallas Chuck, you froze. Oh, there you go. So we're going to give away this one tomorrow night thanks to Howard Floyd. Dallas Cowboy for, oh my God. Dallas Cowboy for life. He's one of our original winners too. If you're a channel member, you have to be a channel member to be part of the Zoom in calls for the live streams and as well as for the draft. So if you go in the description, there's the community tab for the channel memberships, and the cheapest one is $1.99 a month. And it goes up from there, and there's benefits of being there. Lola, what's up? Lola, why aren't you here on the chat? Jessica, why aren't you guys here on the chat? And let's see. Hold on.
I gotta run to work.
Okay. All right, man. Chuck, thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate everything you do.
Okay, now, there's a lot of people that are in here that are joining. You have to unmute.
Canada, brother. Much love from Canada.
Canada. What's up, James? What, James? What? Oh, there's the Power of 4 shirt, man. You know, it's really cool to see stuff that's just kind of left here and gone elsewhere, man. That's cool, man. It's actually it's actually really cool seeing everybody set up because I love the blue behind the wall there. That looks great, man.
Man, this is my pride and joy, brother. Thanks to you, man. I can't appreciate it.
Thank Dak Prescott for signing it, man. That's a treasure right there. James.
That's it, man.
James, did you change up backgrounds on me?
Yeah.
You're in the locker room? Man, what you, you're all over the place. Okay, I see James Walters.
Tell him not to draft hits.
Oh, you know, the thing, here's the thing with me. Now, I'm one of those guys that I'm a skeptic, you know, because I've been around for a long time. And to me, it seems like the guys that have been so hyped up, they always say that they can't miss guys. More times than not, they're not the ones. They never live up to that hype. You know, they keep saying, oh, he's a generational talent. How do we know that? Like I was talking about Trent Richardson. Trent Richardson averaged 6.3 yards a carry his junior year. No, he only played 3 years. 6.3 yards. His senior year, he rushed for almost 1,700 yards, 21 touchdowns. And people said he's the next Jim Brown. Yet, he never averaged over, I think, 3.6 in his short career. Straight up bust. And that's the thing I worry about, because everybody's like, oh, man, he's the guy. And I'm like, are you sure about that? Are we sure?
Well, defense wins championship. So, I mean, our defense was horrible last year. So.
And that's the thing, that people, you know, that goes back to the whole thing where they always say, you know, it's you either win or lose because of the quarterback. if we, win the game, it's only the quarterback. But Tom Brady never had worse than a top 8 defense in his whole career every time they won the Super Bowl. It wasn't just Tom Brady, but Tom Brady is known as the GOAT. So as long as we are a team giving up 29.6 points like we did last year on average, we ain't going nowhere.
You stack that defense.
Yep. So Jermaine Walters, what's up, man?
What's going on, Mark?
Can you speak up a little bit?
What's going on?
Man, I'm just living the dream, man. Just living the dream. How are you doing today?
Great, man. Waiting for the draft.
Well, we ain't got much time left before the draft, so I can't wait to get there for that. And who would you like to see the Cowboys draft?
Certain.
I'm sorry?
No pick.
More picks. More picks. I'm okay with that one. If we are in a position to trade back, I'm okay with that because for me, I still, I'm that one technique guy. I want a monster in the middle is what I really want. And it seems like the Cowboys just don't give a rat's ass about that.
They care this year.
Well, they need to.
What up, Mark?
What up?
I want them to
Dig boys, what's up, man?
What up, Mark?
Hey, how you doing, man? We're jumping from person to... Where'd you go, Diggs boy?
See everybody. How everybody doing?
Fine, how are you?
Hey, everybody.
What's going on?
I'm doing great. I'm happy because we actually got this thing working. You should see me in here sweating, trying to figure out what was going on. I'm looking at everybody's face like, look at this mother humper, man. He can't get this stuff great.
I would like to have Pitts, but he ain't gonna be there at 10 anyway.
I don't think he is. I don't think he is either. In fact, I'm kind of hoping that he's not. That we're not tempted on that one, because we know how Jerry Jones and crew is.
What if Surtain gone? Then what you gonna do?
If Surtain's, I'm okay with I'm okay with Horn.
Yeah.
I'm okay with J.C. Horn. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
You think Satan better than Horn?
I think Horn a little better than Surtain, but Horn just grabbed.
You know what? With what we've had, I'll take either one. I'll take literally either one of those two.
Yeah.
I think we couldn't go wrong either way. If the case is we can take Surtain straight up at 10, okay, that's fine. But let's say hypothetically somebody wants to move up to 10, right? Somebody wants to move up to 10, we slide back to like 15, 17 like that, New England or maybe the Raiders want to trade with us and we end up taking Horn. You would be mad about that? And we pick up, say, a second and a fourth?
Then Horn and Surtain both gonna be gone at 17.
Maybe not.
But
they talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's always a lot of talk. There's always a lot of talk. But the reality is, did you guys think that CeeDee Lamb was going to be there when we picked last year?
No way.
No, right, exactly. Did we even interview him last year, thinking we'd have a chance to get him? You just don't know how this draft is going to turn out. And the fact that you have so many teams that are quarterback needy.
That's what I'm afraid of, Mark, that Pitts is going to be there.
He might be. I mean,
I'll take it.
We're taking because that's what Jerry wants to do.
Yeah.
Donnell, what's happening, Donnell? Alan Kidd, Andre Grant, Alan. Hello, people. We have 10 picks.
Second best talent in the draft.
The football
Just like
guys
Chase
will
Young
have
was the
to
second best
intervene.
talent last year.
Well, Joseph Collins says we're not going to trade back from 10, but
We'll have to intervene and make sure Pitts is gone. That way, Jerry and Stephen will make the right decision. If not, they're going to choose Kyle Pitts.
But can you imagine if we got Pitts, can't nobody stop the ball?
But that's not the. But hold on. Wait, let's stop right here. Let's stop right here, though. I want you to think about when we had Dak Prescott in an offensive line that was ass. Okay, think about this. In the 5 games that we played, okay, we did play the Rams, we did play the Seahawks, we played the Falcons, we played the Giants that had a good defense, and who am I missing? I'm missing
Cleveland Brown.
And the Cleveland Browns. So 3 of those teams were playoff teams, right? We averaged 32.6 points per game. If you go back in the history of offenses, Okay, history of offenses. The best one was Peyton Manning's Denver Broncos that scored, I think, 36.8. It's only 4 points better than what we were doing against playoff teams. How many more points do you think we can score than what we're doing? There's only so much time in the game. I mean, even if we beat that record, okay, so we're getting 36 points a game. You think that with the defense that we had last year that we're still going to the playoffs and winning the Super Bowl? We're not.
Nope.
We gave up.
It was more about scheme.
Was it?
That scheme was terrible.
Okay, yeah, but you know what? I look at the dogs on there. How many guys on this defense could you say could start on the 90s or the 70s defense?
I ain't going there.
I think I think D-Law might be a backup. D-Law might be a backup, and there's not. Listen, we don't. We always talk about, and it drives me crazy. The Cowboys are so talented. What talent do we have on defense? I mean, honestly.
Under Rod Marinelli was LVE and Jalen Smith Pro Bowlers.
They were Pro Bowlers. Yes, they were. But here's the problem: Van Der Esch can't stay healthy. So what? Okay. Sean Lee was a Pro Bowler too, but he couldn't stay healthy. So what good is it? Your best ability is your availability.
But I'm saying, when LVE was on the field this year, he still looked like he was lost in the sauce.
He was coming back from injury, got injured again, coming back from injury. So that wasn't great. But even if you take him out, Jalen Smith. I'm sorry, Jalen Smith seemed like he was more occupied with the swipe than anything else.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But you gotta put him in positions what he's good at. He's a better downhill runner than side to side.
Okay. He was tied for the lead at linebackers and penalties too, right?
They're gonna put. I think
he can't cover. He can't cover.
Okay. Right. Exactly.
But they need to move him somewhere else.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. You gotta put him where talent's at. If he can rush the pass, let him rush the pass.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
If he can,
Dave. Dave. If you go in the community tab in there's a link for. It's a members only post, and that's where the link is. Randy Gregory. I'm not sure Randy Gregory could start on those teams.
I think he could.
If he could get a whole season underneath of him, but you're still talking a guy that's only got like 12 sacks in his career. Let's.
He didn't play a whole season.
Again, whose fault is that? Okay, Hollywood Henderson smoked, crack and all that stuff, but he stayed on the field though, right? Right.
He got more issues other than we.
Oh, come on.
Psychological problems.
Hollywood Henderson didn't have more issues. Come on, man. Michael Irvin didn't have more issues.
It wasn't that strict like it is.
Oh, come on, man. Listen.
Crackheads on the field then.
All right. Okay. Honestly, on the defense, we still, you can say that Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch are great. I'm sorry, I'm not there with that right now. I think they can be better than what they were, but Van Der Esch has got to stay healthy.
But Mark, you said we need a trash can full of dirt. But all the ones that's trash cans full of dirt ain't good until like the third round and on. So we good until like the third round to get a trash can full of dirt. He had third round grade.
But here's my thing. But here's my thing though. If you end up like let's say we're at 10, right? If you want to get a quarterback, you're not getting the best prospect out there, right?
You're gonna get Mac Jones.
Right, and there's more chances that he'll be a bust than he'd be, guy. Sometimes, after you get past the first couple, basically it's just you get lucky.
Yeah.
On who you draft a quarterback. Let's be clear on that. Now,
I wouldn't mind.
There's premium positions, quarterback, left tackle, edge rusher, and all those guys. It's going to be high. Now, think about when the Cowboys in 2012 or 2013, when they drafted Travis Frederick. Everybody laughed at him because you took a center in the first round. You idiots! But you got the best center in football. Right there, because nobody's taking that. So, hypothetically, if you were to move back, hypothetically, and you were able to take J.C. Horn and then take Christian, and this is my thing, take your 2 second-round picks and trade back into the first and get Christian Barmore.
We're going to have the same problem. Barmore can't stop the run.
But you know what he can do? He can get his ass up the field. And get, because I'm telling you, quarterbacks cannot stand that guy. You know how many times when it drove me crazy with, Tyrone Crawford. Crawford forever would end up doing this banana route outside when he's got, center contained. And we've got a center of the field wide open, parting like the Red Sea for the quarterbacks to be able to look around the field forever and be able to take off or step up in the pocket. You get a guy like Balmore, okay, and I'm telling you, you've now got a rotation because you've also got Gillimore, okay, you've also got Tristan Hill, you've also got Antoine Woods. You get these big guys that are able to push in the middle and hold the middle of that field, you're going to see a big difference. You're going to help the linebackers because they're going to stay open, because it's not about how many tackles they get on the run. It's about clogging the middle. And we do not have a body that can really clog the middle.
All right, but here's the thing, Mark. Why waste a pick to go back into the first round when I think I got Aleem McNeil a better grade than I got Barmore?
Well, that may be the case. As long as you're addressing it with a player, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it, but you've got to address it, because I'll even put it this way: Gillimore in the third round, he actually played for a rookie who didn't get to start playing really till the middle of the season. You give him an off season to put his, get that man body and stuff on him, and he gets that push. You're going to see a big difference on that defensive line. He's big, he's strong, he's heavy. And he's going to learn and be good. But he's not enough. You really need a rotation on that defensive line. We learned back when we got Tyron Smith and Travis Frederick and Zach Martin.
Get it in the third round, though, with Marvin Wilson.
Maybe not. You never know how the draft's going to shape up.
Listen, you're going to get a lot of second-round guys in the first round because of the quarterback.
True.
It's like, if I'm thinking, I would take JOK at 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad either.
I like JOK.
He can cover, and then you can get rid of Jalen Smith.
All right. Let's see who else, because I don't want you to hog it all up here. Let's get some conversation going.
500 said he wanted JOK.
Philly 500. Is there anybody Philly 500 don't want?
He won everybody.
Philly 500 is like all over the map. He's Kyle Pitts. We're gonna get Kyle Pitts. Oh man, I want Kyle Pitts. Literally every day he's out there with somebody. Man, you down on the field now? Come on, man. My man changes these backgrounds like crazy. Okay, now it looks like the lighting is a little bit better now because the sun's kind of behind some clouds. Okay. Yeah, I know, but he's just all over AT&T. He's acting like he's Jerry Jones owning the place. Jack, hey Jack, if you go onto my homepage on YouTube, there's keto playlist. On that keto playlist are all my recipes. So taco salad, every day taco. Man, I want the taco salad recipe. Or I tell you what, email me and I'll give you the link for the taco salad. Stuart, you got a problem with your camera? Okay, all right. But you can always, I think you can go without the camera, but okay. All right, so did I miss anybody in here? Ismail.
Hey, Mark.
How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm from SPI, South Padre Island.
Oh, okay. I have no idea where that is.
It's the place you go for spring break.
Oh, okay. Okay, I never got to go anywhere on spring break because I'm broke ass.
I've been to South Padre before. It's pretty nice there.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's 100 degrees.
It's already?
Wow.
Damn. No, it's perfect. It's about 75 right now.
Mark, I wanted to say, I like your idea about moving down in the draft. What about Zach Martin? He's 30 already.
He is, but I think Zach will be okay. Now, Zach has gotten a little bit nicked up from, I think, 2018. He had hurt his knee in training camp, and he actually didn't compete during training camp. And there were a couple of games that he kind of missed during the season, and then he missed the Eagle game is the one he went out, and Connor Williams came back from injury and started for him. I'm not so worried about Zach Martin as I am Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith is really going to be the linchpin over there. But Zach got moved around on the line, playing tackle and everything else. I think he'll be okay.
I got to.
Oh, Troy says. Okay.
Is Jerry looking at the O line? Second.
You know what? Who knows what Jerry Jones is looking? I mean, and see, I understand. Here's what you got to. Well, you heard of course, the talk is, he's looking at Kyle. He's infatuated with Kyle Pitts. Okay, that's to me, that's the Johnny Manziel all over again.
I think Jerry just doing that so nobody takes the time. You ask me.
Well, and Jerry wants to be relevant too.
That's true.
Jerry wants to be relevant.
Because he said he want Marvin Wilson too. I think that's a throw off too.
But honestly though, what team out there honestly wants you to know what they're really planning on doing? Exactly. Nobody is going to go through and say, "Oh, this is the guy we're going to target." So go ahead, trade around or do something so you screw it up. No, you don't want anybody. You want to baffle them with bullshit. And who is better at baffling with bullshit than Jerry Jones?
But I don't know why Shanahan's doing it either, because he got the third pick. He's gonna get his guy anyway.
Well, right. You don't trade up to the third pick and say, I'm not taking a quarterback. Okay, you pretty much know that's what he's taking. The bigger question is will somebody move up to that 4 pick that Atlanta's trying to shop around? Now we know Cincinnati never trades, so Cincinnati's not going to do anything with theirs.
You gotta watch out for them Washington football team.
That's the one. Washington has done some crazy moves and signings and stuff. That's the one I wonder if Washington says, you know what, we got a great defense. If we can just get a quarterback, that we're okay. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them take a whole lot of their draft and say we're going to move up.
Or New England too. New England made a lot of free agent moves, so they might move up too.
They did, and the thing is, I thought this last year, with as many players that sat out because of COVID. There's Stuart Morrison. That they looked at it as like a redshirt year, because they were in cap hell going into last year. Because all those guys sat out, they had more cash they could spend. They got high draft picks. They got an easier schedule. They're going to be pretty good, I think, this year, even with Cam. But it wouldn't surprise me, like you said, if they moved up and tried to get a quarterback.
I got a scenario for you, Mark. What if
what's that?
Slater's there? We move Slater. We draft Slater.
I don't have a problem with that.
Look, we moved him to Connor Williams. Connor Williams can sit down because he'll be a good backup.
Right.
And then
a swing duck, yeah.
Just move him to left tackle when Tyron gone.
I don't know. They won't move on from Tyron next year. I mean, during this, because they just restructured his contract.
So I'm saying whenever he leaves.
Yeah, you would hold on to him for one more year and let him work through the rookie stuff. But yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that one. Or maybe what you do is you take Lyle Collins and you move him, and you put Connor Williams out of tackle.
Yeah,
because
I'm afraid of his injury anyway.
That's what I'm saying. So or you can move him to guard. You could move Lyle Collins back to guard, and then having Surtain play the right tackle. But yeah, to me, it's just get the best player that's out there. If it ends up being Kyle Pitts, if it ends up being Surtain's, if it ends up being Mika Patterson's, whoever it is, just take that guy. Just don't move up.
Reunite with my family anyway.
You say you wanted to reunite with your family?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark, I got a question. I've heard the talk about. I know we've got a lot of linebackers, especially with Neil now. But
yeah.
Second round, third round for Collins, linebacker out of Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
You heard of him?
I've heard of him. I can't say I know a whole lot about it.
It's something that Fish brought up the other day.
He's good in coverage, but he's another he's never like a Jalen Smith, but he can just cover. But that's the good thing about him. He can cover. Jalen can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I take JOK any day of the week.
Yeah. Well, right now we need a lot of bodies on that defense.
He could play safety as well, JOK.
Well, from what I understand, Collins from Tulsa, he's a ball hawk, and but supposedly he's a little slow. So, I don't know, but that he's a good choice.
Yeah, but the only thing they were saying about him, he's like he's kind of tall. So
Yeah.
it'll be hard.
Yeah, he's 6'3"
He
or
like
6'4".
he like 6'3", 6'4", something like that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Well, they definitely love length on the Cowboys.
But this is the thing: if you got to use them to their strengths.
Amen on that. Yep, you're right about that.
Yeah.
All right.
I
So,
had heard this being floated around somewhere.
what's
if
that?
Dallas can get 10 traded away, say down to number 15, 16-ish thereabouts.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up another draft pick, maybe in the second round, package their existing second and that second, and come back up into the first round.
You know where you heard that?
I don't know. Was it you, Mark?
Literally just said. No, I'm just saying. But that way you got 2 picks in the first round, okay? And even if it isn't,
still muted.
Who's still muted? Who asked that?
No, you're not.
Who just asked if they're still muted? You are. Stewart Morrison. What?
Jimmy Cook muted.
Jobu crew. What's going on, Mark?
Hey, man, just living the dream, man. Just sitting here with some of my best friends, having a conversation about the Dallas Cowboys. Looking forward to the draft. And how are you doing today?
So good. Got the patio door open for some fresh air. Listening to you guys and working on 3 different dynasty drafts.
Well, damn. Wait a minute, Skins fan? We got a Skins fan in? Oh, wait, hold up. Damn.
We got a Skins fan.
Skins fans. Oh, man. I see Big Wizzy there. What's up, Big Wizzy?
What's up, fellas?
Y'all see that star right there?
Hey, Mark. Do you honestly think that
I try not to think it hurts.
At 10 and Pitts is there, that they're going to pass on him? Because I don't think they're going to.
What, on Pitts?
No, they won't pass on Pitts.
They won't pass on. No, I don't think they would. But then again, you never know. You never know. I mean, remember what they said about Johnny Manziel, especially the day of the draft. Jerry Jones will do whatever it takes to get Johnny Manziel, including trading up. That's what they said.
Yeah.
And it came up. He was right there. They passed on him. It was like, oh, okay. So we didn't take him.
Yeah, good thing that year he wasn't on his boat. Because if he was on his boat, Stephen Jones couldn't take the paper from him.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, because I want me some glory
That's
holes.
how he got land. Nobody else could talk about it.
Yeah, he's that glory hole. Let him have that glory hole.
Oh, man. But who knows what the Cowboys are going to do.
There at 10, you take and you boogie, and you got 9 picks left for BPA/D.
Calvin Williams, super chat. Man, Calvin.
Hey,
we got to get
those $100 chats coming.
Man, I tell you what, that's two more. Man, I'm gonna be building these racks for.
Carolina just traded for a quarterback, Darkham, so they might take Pitt.
Well, I see Skins fan.
They don't have to draft.
Skins fan.
What's up, Cowboys all day?
Nah, come on, Skins fan. Where are you?
Cincinnati.
Say something.
What's going on, guys?
Man, I tell you what. Hold up. We have a lost sheep here. What's up, Skins fan?
Mark, is my thing muted?
No.
No, it ain't muted. We can hear you.
No. Who asked if the thing's muted? Skins. Oh no, hold on. I want to talk to my man, Skins fan. Skins fan.
Go ahead, talk to Skins.
Skins fan. Where? Come on, man.
Cowboys fan. I'm sorry.
Wait. Skins, where'd he go? Skins fan. Cause I know he said. Wait. Skins fan. Where are you?
What's up, man?
Oh, there you are. I'm like, I don't see your face, man. Listen, what's your team gonna do about quarterback?
To be honest with you, I have no idea.
Do you think that you guys might trade up?
Y'all can get that 4 spot.
And would you be happy for that?
I would like us to trade up, but the thing is, we got Ron Rivera. Ron Rivera don't do things like that.
I mean, from 19 to 4, that'd be a major move. That would cost some serious money there.
You need to stick in one spot.
We would have to give
love
up.
it if they traded up before.
Yeah, I mean, that might even be worse than the RG3 trade.
Cut it out.
Because you didn't have to go that far on RG3, but from 19 to 4, that'd be. Woo. Are you confident with your quarterback situation right now?
I can't even hear it, man. There's a lot of noise.
Yeah, somebody needs to let the dog out. Okay, let me see if I can speak up a little bit louder there. I said, are you happy with your quarterback situation?
Actually, no, of course not. Everybody know about Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's just a one-stop gap quarterback. For right now, somebody that can maybe get us maybe 8, 9 wins, maybe. But we all know who Ryan Fitzpatrick is. So it is what it is.
Well, he's usually good for about 4 or 5 really good games, and everybody's like, "Oh man, Fitz magic, man, he's the guy." And then all of a sudden, it kind of tails off, But I'll be honest with you, your team scares me with that defense. When you got a defense like that, with Chase Young getting another year behind him, oh my God, that.
So, I'm a little bit more. I'm a little bit more afraid of the whole entire NFC East. Everybody's improved except the Eagles. Y'all improved. Dallas got better as far as Danny. Dan Quinn is defensive coordinator, so y'all got better. We got better. Giants definitely got better. It's gonna be scary.
But the Giants still got Daniel Jones, man. I'm sorry.
I'm not worried about the Giants. I'm worried about his skin. Or the Washington football team.
Now you guys got a tough schedule now too.
Trent Dilfer took Baltimore to a Super Bowl. Ryan Fitzpatrick, I'm not saying it'll happen, but that defense is nasty.
That defense,
yeah. I'm not ready to put them with Baltimore's defense yet.
Trent,
no, not Baltimore.
I'm not either. I'm just saying the combination of a good defense and if Trent Dilfer can do it, Fitz is better than Trent.
And if they get that offense
Trent, well, okay. All right, I'll give you that one.
Jamal Lewis then, too, didn't he? They had a running back that was great.
Yeah, Jamal Lewis did have that 2,000-yard season and stuff, but yeah.
Y'all have Gibson, McLaurin, Samuel.
Dang Jamal.
All right, well, Skins fan, we're working on your trophy. We're working on your Skins colored trophy, so that'll be ready in a couple of days. Eagle fans, if there's any Eagle fans out there that are interested in getting a Super Bowl trophy, there is a limit of only one for you guys. I was like, nobody's gonna laugh at that. Come on.
In the quest for two.
What's that?
Pun intended, Mark.
Pun intended. Oh no, it was definitely intended. You got to go ahead and stick the fork in the Eagles when you can, man, because they're hated. I can deal with Skins fans. I got family members that are Skins fans.
Jimmy Cook said unmute him.
Jimmy Cook, I'm sorry, man. See, there's so much to do here. We got. Let's see, where's Jimmy Cook? Jimmy Cook. I don't see. Yeah. Don't see you, Jimmy. Where are you, Jimmy? Oh, Jimmy, how'd you get muted, man? Would you leave and come back? Come on, man. Jimmy, there you go, Jimmy.
I got a question for Skins fan.
Uh-oh, we got a question for you, Skins fan.
Well, we might get one. We might get one after this season. Who knows what it be? I just hope it's not the Red Tails. I don't want that name because I can hear jokes coming now.
I heard they like Washington football team as a name.
Yeah, I think
I did too. I heard they playing.
I don't like it.
I thought they were talking about having the Washington Football Club too.
What do you think about this name, Skins fan? The Washington Warriors.
Nope. I don't like that either.
Sentinels?
The Seminoles.
Nope.
How about the Washington Ass? Because they're ass.
I like Red Wolves. If they
like
get Red Wolves, that's gonna be nice.
What about the Hogs? What about the Hogs?
Yeah.
There you go.
No, we gotta get away from the line.
I still say you can keep the Redskin potatoes. Okay.
Hey, you going in the kennel?
Let's see. We got Terry Lee joining in. Oh man, sounds like you guys are having fun in here.
I think they all are.
Who's got the killer dog? I know the killer dog's got to be this big. He sounds like he's a little. He's got a big bite in him.
There he is. Next time I'm gonna have my grandkids here.
Oh my goodness. The wash. Well, they are a toxic waste dump.
Oh man.
Okay. Look, Big Wizzy unmute and Deontay unmute. There we go. Big Wizzy, what's going on, man? You know, shout out to you on the.
What's up, Cowboy Nation?
What's up, Big Wizzy?
I'm doing good, man.
What's up, Big Wizzy?
What's up, everybody? What's up?
Nice. All right.
There, wait, where'd he go? Big Wizzy? Where'd you go?
I'm still here.
He's still here, Mark.
Okay, hold on. You know, I'm still trying to figure out how to do all this stuff here. I had Skins fan pinned to the screen here. I was like, man, can't I get that Washington guy out of here? But Big Wizzy, are you in your man cave?
No, man, I'm at work, so I had to hide my office real quick. But I had to jump on to show some support and love for you guys.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute, is that a Ram? I see some players behind you. I was like, wait, hold up. Where the hell are you?
The guy in white is me. High school.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Big Wizzy, shout out to him because he's got the spices that will definitely hook you up, man. I tell you what, the only one I've used so far, of course, is the Asada de Wizzy. Okay. That was some good stuff there. That was really good stuff. And I'm going to try some more of them. Yeah, I'm going to have to come back out to Vegas, hopefully cash in that Super Bowl winning ticket after the Super Bowl, and I'll grab some more then. I'm hoping and praying. Devin Porter, you got to unmute your mic. Oh, my man went back inside. Diggs went back inside, man.
I'm outside. Went back inside, man.
All right. And Kevin Stewart, he's going outside. What is? We can only have one in and one out. Oh, there we go. There we got one of the Joe Barty trophies, man. You know, it's crazy for me to see stuff that I've made in other people's houses. It's just crazy. But it's a source of.
We broke into Zoom last year, Mark, in the draft.
Oh my God! You know what? I tell you what, that was it freaking insane when the Eagles ended up drafting Hurts and Philly 500. All of you, because I think we had about 35 or 40 people on there. Everybody is just rolling, laughing, and Philly is just like. Fuck. This team, you're telling me this team is so good that we don't need anybody. Seeing him melt down was insane.
Mark, are we going to get the same meltdown in our Zoom session here on draft day?
I'm debating on how I want to do this. Now, see, what I've done is you guys are actually up on a 55-inch screen on this side, which is, you know, a lot. The inside, it's only a 32. I'm debating on if I should put the hard picture on the screen itself, or put another 55-inch one right here, so that way we've got both ways. So, there we go.
There we go.
You know, I've got only 2 of those left, and I'm mad because I didn't save any of the ass ones. Keep your ass at home. So I've got most of them. Man. So we have definitely spread some shit all over the place, but shout out to all you great fans and stuff out there, man, because when I started this, I had no idea that we would have grown as much as we've grown, and I feel like all y'all are all my people. Deontay, how you doing, man?
What's up?
The Sky, man.
Enjoying the show.
Well, I appreciate you coming on in here, man. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Jackson, Mississippi, but I'm in Atlanta.
You're in Atlanta? Okay, man. I wasn't too far. My daughter,
Falcons, man.
when we were driving back, my daughter was like, can we go through Atlanta? Because I got some people. I'm like, honey, you know that's about another 400 miles. I said, we can take a road trip to Atlanta, you know, from here and do it that way. But I'm like, I want to get my ass home.
That'd
be good.
Right.
Devin Porter, you got to unmute your mic, man. Devin, you got to unmute your mic, man. Okay. Let's see. Have I missed anybody?
He might have left off.
Nah, man. Nah, I'm just a man, man. I'm just living the dream of being able to do this stuff.
I'm a Cowboys fan from Philly. My cousin actually plays for the Eagles. His name is Corey Clement, man.
Oh yeah? Well, damn.
Sir.
I guess that makes family get-togethers interesting, huh?
No, sir. It's all good. I'm all Cowboys, baby.
I'm a Cowboy fan from Philly too. What part of Philly you from?
I'm actually in the Northeast.
Oh, okay. I was in South Philly.
You know, the thing is, it's funny because there seems to be a lot of Cowboy fans that are in Philadelphia, and well, Pennsylvania in general. In fact, I tell you what, because I live in the Northern Virginia area, and you know, everybody always says, you can't be a real Cowboy fan if you're not from Dallas. And I say you're full of shit, because growing up here in Northern Virginia, which was Skins country, it was hell because you got road, because there wasn't very many Cowboy fans around there. They would always come to you, and they were good back in the day. Now, of course, they're ass. Well, no, they were better this year. But if you're a Cowboy fans in Philadelphia, man, you're risking your life to go ahead and be a Cowboy fan. I dare say you are a bigger fan.
I was back then, Mark. I've been down Virginia since '09. I'm in Virginia now.
Oh, yeah? What part? Oh, you know.
Spotsylvania.
Oh, shit, you just down the road, man.
Just down the road, baby.
Shit. You might have to come by. You might be sitting out here during the game.
I can't wait for the invite. I'm waiting.
Well, see, here's what I'm going to do. I've got the chair right here from Joseph Heatherly. I'm going to build like a star base on it, raise it up, so it's going to be like my Cowboys throne of honor. So that will be the spot that somebody will be able to sit at to watch the games and stuff on it. So I can't wait to do something with that.
I would like to get down there and get at Rashid. I would like to get Rashid.
Oh, man.
Can you put the duct tape on his mouth?
Rashid will be here. Say what, Stuart?
Can you put some duct tape on his mouth?
Come on, man. Rashid is good for comic relief, man.
I wanted to jump through the screen on Rashid when Dak got hurt, though.
Oh my gosh, watching some of those Cowboy games last season. Wow.
No, when
he
Dak
just
got hurt,
would not shut up.
He's all about Danny Dimes too. And
We Toby, wait, we should have just tanked and rebuilt.
Yeah.
Say what?
We would have had the 6th pick.
Mark,
Yes.
you need to go and find that draft day clip where he melted down when they picked Danny Jones. Play that every time we play the
I've got that. You know what? I have that because that's actually one of my more popular videos and stuff. He's like, who? He didn't even know. Who?
I remember that.
But he's like, but he was right. Who? Yeah, Daniel Jones. He doesn't scare me.
So you got that clip of Philly when he said, "Oh, I don't want Justin."
Oh, that's the classic, man. I'd fire his ass.
It makes me question if he really knows football just by saying.
I don't know. When I watched his clip, and I kind of like watching just the class.
Yeah, he had me cracking up.
Oh my gosh.
Well, this is actually
some free agent comes available. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. We gotta go.
He wants everybody. Literally everybody.
Hey Mark, let me ask you something. Before you cut it off, before you cut the video off, looked like you were starting to cry. No lie, dude. It sounded like you were ready to cry.
But okay, I tell you what.
Before you cut it off,
he might have. But this was actually from the draft from our live stream there. Here we go. I don't know if you guys can see it or not.
I can see it, brother.
I can't see it.
Okay. It's on the stream itself. But we have the picture. He literally looks like he's frozen. He's like, the fuck? You guys are laughing in the background.
Big Mark.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what if by chance we get picked, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you think Washington will be able to stop our offense? Yes, their defense is amazing, but just think about that offense. How would they be able to stop us?
I think that people are going to have a hard time stopping our offense. My worry is that our defense can't stop other teams' offense as well.
Right.
I mean, I'm afraid that we're going to end up needing to be, scoring 35 points a game and stuff every week, and you can't do that. Some weeks you're just going to have, you just can't do it all the time.
I think Dak can handle it. I mean, you got Michael Gallup, you got CeeDee Lamb, and you got, oh my God, I can't think of his name right.
Amari Cooper.
I mean, with those three, who are you going to stop? It's like pick your poison. Then out of the backfield, you get Zeke and what's his name? Pollard. Yeah.
I worry about that foot with Amari, man. To be honest, I worry about that foot.
But
and how many games he was having for it. And I loved your video this morning, Mark, when it came down to the best offenses. But I want to see how our offense efficiency racks up against the best offenses, like third down conversions versus red zone percentage conversions. That's what I want to see.
Well, the thing with our offense, if you look at anything, you'd have to say that red zone would be the biggest bugaboo that we have. Okay, yeah. That and of course, bad penalties. I meant to do something about this earlier today because I was sitting here thinking, when you think about when Scott Linehan was here and the offense was not really run that well and was not real creative, what worked really, really well was when they went to no huddle with Dak Prescott, basically calling his own numbers. And when you think about Jim Kelly, could you imagine if we decided to go no huddle offense with the horses that we have?
But that was Dak calling his own plays, though, right?
Exactly. That was him calling. But think about it. With Amari Cooper, and if you did get Kyle Pitts, with Amari Cooper, with CeeDee Lamb, with Michael Gallup, you would wear out defenses. By halftime, defenses would be gassed. And that's where you then start running Zeke Elliott, running the fuck out of the ball. And that could be a winning formula because you think about, but you think about the K-gun back with Buffalo. Buffalo literally just ran you in the ground, so you just couldn't keep up long enough. God damn, was he got a big enough cup there? Damn, that thing's big as you are.
Potato, the water intake.
Oh man, yeah, I got. You know what? That road trip, I came back like 5 pounds heavier. But
I'm down 18 pounds.
Oh, I'm down 13. But I dropped those 5 off and dropped another one since then. But damn, yeah, good job on that keto, man. But I would love to see the Cowboys go to no huddle next year.
Do you think the offensive line can open those holes again like they did 2 years ago when he was really healthy?
I think they'll do better than what we had as far as think about it. We didn't have Lyle Collins at all.
Right.
You only had Tyron Smith for 2 games. Okay. You ended up having Connor Williams actually had probably his best year. Zach Martin was nicked up and gone for half of the year, and you ended up having a rookie starting at center. So Badish is going to be better having an off season and now knowing he's the guy. He's going to get some more meat on him. He's going to know the offense better. Even Terrence Steele played better down the stretch than he did in the first half. So if he has to play, I feel a little bit more confident about that. If you get Tyron Smith, even if it's only for 10 or 12 games, that's a major improvement. If Lyle Collins is there and playing better, I think the offensive line will be much improved from where it was, even with the question marks you have with Lyle and Tyron.
Well, with Dak coming off that injury, do you think that he's going to run as much anymore, or do you think he kind of tones it down and then uses his...
The thing about that run is that was just a freak injury. Right. That was not like, the thing that even I was surprised Colin Cowherd actually said this, because I always said this about Dak Prescott. Dak is really built more like a linebacker. Yeah. You look at some quarterback like Sam Bradford, and Carson Wentz is another one with bird legs. You look at him and say, man, they can't really take that big a hit because they look fragile as can be. Yep. Alex Smith is another one. You look at Alex Smith's legs, it's like, damn. I think my arms are about as big as his legs are. But Dak is a guy who's built big enough that he can take a hit. It wasn't that it was a hit that and he's taken hits before. When Washington hit him that time out of bounds, a lot of quarterbacks would have crumbled, but he popped right back up. But he's never been a guy that says, I'm just going to run because I'm going to run. Dak has always been about passing first, and I'll have to run if I need to run and things like that.
That's his last resort to run.
Yeah, and I think he'll be a little bit more, cognizant of that too. But hopefully, if the offensive line is in a better shape, and I think also a lot of people have been, down on Zeke Elliott, I still say Zeke still averaged 4 yards a carry with the bad offense that we had. I mean, it wasn't great, but you can't expect him to go ahead and make holes when holes aren't there. They weren't there.
COVID had to play the part too.
Yeah, right. And I think you're 100% right on that one too, because you don't know. Some people have nerve damage. Some people have lung capacity issues and things. And you're right. You don't know if he had a little bit of lingering effects.
He's so short of breath every time he talks in his interviews. I noticed it. So.
That, and also too, they say nerve damage, and that's where you looked at. He had most of those fumbles early on in the season. He may have been not able to work out like he wanted to, and wasn't really in shape. In fact, I think a lot of the injuries were because guys weren't in shape. The thing that I worry about is that the NFL has gone so far away from practicing. You know, with the new collective bargaining agreement, there's only 14 padded practices for training camp, even in a regular season. And then there's only 11 padded practices during the season. You know, we would get 25 padded practices in the first week in training camp. So you're not really getting that hitting and things like that. I think you're going to see more and more injuries because what happens is guys don't know how to tackle anymore. They're looking at just trying to deliver a big blow as opposed to using their technique. And I think that's part of the reason why you're seeing so many of these injuries that you do. Because guys are really just literally showing up on Sundays, going full speed, and they're not going full speed at any other point.
So what does go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Troy. I was just saying, I used to make me so mad with safety when we had J.J. Wilcox. That dude could hit. He was a thumper. He was a banger, but he could never wrap up.
Right. Guys would bounce off and keep on going. And it's like, damn, get your head across the body, drive through them, and wrap them up, man.
Yeah, nobody has anymore. Your head around.
And that was the biggest thing this year when I watched guys. You know, we always were taught about pursuit angles, okay? It's like if you're skeet shooting, you don't shoot where the target is. You're going to shoot where the target's going to be. But I've seen so many guys that are doing these banana routes, chasing people instead of trying to go to the point of attack. And you look and you say, do these guys not know the fundamentals anymore?
But that's another thing with Horn. Horn ain't too good of a tackler. He missed a lot of tackles last year.
Okay.
So you got to watch that.
Well,
Hey, Mark.
yeah.
But I mean, you can fix that though.
Stuart, yes, sir.
Let me jump in real quick. Fantasy football and the Cowboys. I forgot who it was that brought up Amari Cooper and that foot. There, for fantasy football purposes, if you're in redraft, obviously you want Cooper. He's going to give you more this year. But for dynasty purposes, you can get Michael Gallup a lot cheaper. And one of two things is going to happen with Gallup next year. In a dynasty league, he's either going to go get paid somewhere else and give you a whole lot more action, or there does exist a world where Cooper disappears in away games, hurts that foot again. We let him go, and we re-sign Gallup and keep him. So you got CD as your one and Gallup as your two here in Dallas.
And you know what? Okay, now I'm going to revisit something because I'm going to contradict myself, and of course that's what people always say I do. If you were to get Kyle Pitts, could Kyle Pitts end up being like a Megatron?
He's Megatron's playing tight end.
You know, but I mean, sticking him in the slot out there. I mean, you think about it. I mean, he's got the size and the speed.
Yeah.
Who's going to be able to keep up with him? And I know I'm sitting here now talking out of both sides of my neck saying, maybe we should get him. But you could look at him as a wide receiver that would be unstoppable.
And people are always saying that Pitts can block too.
How about making this comparison? Where do you think he stacks up against, say, a Jerry Rice, who came out of the slot?
I don't think anybody's Jerry Rice. But, you know,
he was in a system.
That was going to be the other thing. See, and I tell you what, you're 100% right on that, Dante, because, you know, the thing about players, you know, you always talk about like a player that's got all the intangibles. He's got the right height, he's got the arm and things like that. Joe Montana did not have a great arm. Right? But they developed a system that predicated on the short passes of getting the ball to guys where they could make plays. And that's where Jerry Rice was deadly, you know, in the slot there, being able to get the ball, boom, time, perfect position, in stride, and kill people. And that's the thing.
Anyway, the ones that move around is the best receivers anyway.
Right. Yeah, and because that way you can get the mismatches.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things with Dez that they could never really do. Dez was always on the outside, and you always pretty much knew where Dez was going to be. Dez was a freak of nature, and in his younger years, he could just, you know, out-muscle or out-physical other players. But as he got older and your route running and stuff became more important, he wasn't quite as effective. The injuries really bothered him down the career, which is sad.
Pitts can out-muscle you. He can run routes. He can jump any fast.
I was going to say, so
hit the ball.
you stick Pitts. If you stick Pitts in the system under McCarthy now, let's say you do get him somehow, stick him in that slot. I mean, Dak could probably put that ball anywhere, and Pitts probably could get it.
Well, he's going to have a very big catch radius. And see, that's when we had Rico gathers. Okay, and I'm not saying Rico would have been a great player, but Rico, before they decided you got to block, and he had to put on about 35 pounds, he could jump and he could catch, and he actually had a great stride. I remember that Ram preseason game. I think he got 2 touchdown passes. If you had just said, listen, we got just a couple of plays for you. You're just going for the pylon in the corner of the end zone, and it's going to be a jump ball. And just used him like that, because at the height that he had, the jumping ability he had when he was lighter, who was going to be able to stop him?
They ain't know how to use him.
That's the thing. They didn't know how to, and that's the thing about Jason Garrett. You know, everybody, Jason Garrett's great with the Giants. What did Jason Garrett do for the Giants? They were the 31st rated offense. They sucked. Daniel Jones, you can't say he got better with them. Their defense got better, and we were ass, so they looked like they were better. But there was nothing creative about anything that we got from Scott Linehan or Jason Garrett. Nothing. They never developed anybody.
I see Keaton Mitchell trying to get off mute, Mark.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting to.
Hey, is there anybody on the live feed right now that does play fantasy football?
And everybody who this is Stuart Morrison, who doesn't seem too shy about being in front of the camera right now.
I passed the Dutchie to the left-hand side.
Oh, is that pass the Dutchie from the left-hand side? Okay. What you got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, and this is something I was looking at, last year's draft too. When Joe Burrow was like, "Oh, hail as the savior," whoever had the number 1 pick, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you could take all of Alabama's players, stick them all over the NFL. They are not going to make any one team great. It's got to be. It comes down to the coaching.
Mm-hmm.
How do you coach that player?
Right.
How do you coach the team and the chemistry? Because you can bring in a superstar from the college ranks, put them on a Cincinnati Bengal team.
Yeah.
They're not gonna succeed.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to David Wiley, who's on the chat here. I'm sorry, I don't mean to ignore you guys that are on the chat. David Wiley said, great tribute to DMX. Unfortunately, the YouTube police got me and shut that thing and blocked it, so I actually had to take that out.
You're kidding.
You can't, it's copyrighted music. Even though it was like, hey, the man just died and all that. It's like, nah, we're going to shut it down. They literally blocked that. But that's one of the things, they want to make sure that everybody gets their cuts.
1,000-yard receiver a few years with Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's actually had some really good receivers there. When you think about Ocho Cinco and my wife always calls him, Rico Suave is what she always called. What's his name? What is his name? Damn. Well, yeah, AJ Green, but had the ponytail and all that. Oh, he's a commentator now. Who's Mazzata? Yeah. But they've had some really good receivers there. But here's the thing: you were talking about if you took Alabama players from the thing that always amazes me is a lot of times that hurts a player who came from a big school, because a lot of times you have guys that are at a big school. You've got so many great, talented people around you, and you have so much more talent than the guys you were playing against. When you get to the NFL, everybody's talented. Even the loser teams are talented. And now all of a sudden, you're not that big fish in a little pond anymore. And a lot of guys wilt from that. I think of a guy like Brian Bosworth, who, Oklahoma, he was God there, right? He's going to be a generational player there. The Bosworth, he's going to be killing people. He got out there and he sucked. He was terrible.
Yeah, I'll give you another one, Mark.
Who's that?
Steve Entman.
Oh, Edmund. Oh, my God. Another one that was Seattle. The Colts. That's right. Colts.
The Colts drafted him.
You looked at that and said, oh, man, we got to get that guy, man.
I'll go you one better. How about that Mandarich kid?
Tony Mandarich, yeah.
Green Bay. Yeah, the Green Bay draft.
I tell you what, here's what's funny. I got a funny story on Tony Mandarich.
Brian Bosworth.
But with Tony Mandarich, okay, before YouTube took off for me and things, I used to do most of my stuff on Facebook, and I actually wrote for Cover 32. And I did a blog about the draft being a crapshoot, and I said it doesn't matter, who you are, because Tony Mandarich, I don't know how many of you guys are old like me, but Tony Mandarich, it was like he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and that was big back in the day. He was on there, Muscle. He was working out on Muscle Beach, with bodybuilders, and he was like huge. I mean, physically huge, bigger than anybody else. And they said, this is the future offensive lineman. He's going to revolutionize football. And he got into the pros, and he couldn't do jack. Now, he did end up having a decent career. He came back around, I think, with Green Bay. I mean, he was never anything close to the hype that was about him. But for the most part, you looked and said, what happened? And this is so the funny thing is I said, you can be the guy that they deem as the guy, right? Or you can be a guy like Charles Haley, who went to a small school that never had a winning record and ended up being the first player with 5 Super Bowl rings.
Right.
And so I did this. This was right after one of the last times that he was denied going into the Hall of Fame. Now, I did go play football, JMU, with Charles and everything else. Right after that, he changed his Facebook profile, and it's still to this day, Jobu. And he got in the very next year. I shit you not. So but it was about Tony Mandrich being the guy that everybody thought was going to be the guy, and he sucked. And that's the thing that's crazy. Who thought that Dak Prescott would do what he did? Now, I know a lot of Cowboy fans are saying, well, he's not that good. No, he was a 4th-round drafted quarterback. You telling me that all these teams that are trying to do everything they can to get a quarterback wish they hadn't drafted him?
Well, Mark, I was like Dak when he was giving Alabama some work.
Yeah. From the time I saw him at the Senior Bowl, I was like, man, we got to check this guy out.
I was like, who is this
Mark.
dude?
Yes, sir.
I was in school with him when all that.
Have you when you did Kevin Stewart yet?
Kevin Stewart. Wait a minute. I thought I got. Kevin Stewart. Sorry. And Dana Jett too. I thought I had this set for automatic unmute.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir.
I got a question for you.
What's that?
How funny do you think it is that Philly says that they allowed us to get CD Lamb?
Oh my God.
He's just a joke in himself. I mean,
he's comic relief, man. That's my boy, though. That's my boy, though. And he's literally saying, "Oh, well, the Cowboys are only going to be able to do what we allow them to do this year. If we allow him to get Kyle Pitts, it's like, come on, man. It's like he's passing the Dutchie from the left-hand side too."
Tell him we said thank you for CD Lamb.
There you go.
4-8. Pitts be gone by 4-8.
Well, the funny, the funny thing is, go ahead. I'm sorry, Dante.
I was about to say, the funny thing is, I believe if we would have started, what's that dude, Gilbert, Garrett or whatever. Garrett Gilbert.
Garrett Gilbert, yeah.
If he would have played in Philly instead of that Danucci guy, he probably would have won. He probably would have won.
I think he would have too. I think you're right. But you know what? I think we would have won that Washington. You know what? Had we not punted on our 20-yard line, I think we would have won that Washington game too.
Yeah.
But that's one of those things that gives me pause about Mike McCarthy.
They were scared to let him throw the ball.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
And the thing was, to me, they came up with a whole game plan that was nothing but gadget plays. So you worked all week on a bunch of gadget plays. Why didn't you just say, listen, here's what you've been running the scout team. We got 10 plays. We want to make sure you know, straight up, and just work on that instead of all the gadget bullshit. You sitting here trying to do all these double and triple reverses in the backfield when you have a defense that can penetrate. You don't have time for those plays to be able to work. But, what do I know?
Mark,
I'm a guy with the...
two people unmuted, too.
Yeah.
Keith Mitchell and Devin Porter.
Got Keith. There we go.
And Devin Porter.
What's happening?
Hey, Mark, what do you think if we draft that big-name offensive tackle at number 10?
Slater.
Slater's
a beast.
I think he'll be gone.
I think so, too. Him and Sewell will be gone, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I just worry about our left tackle because he's always getting hurt, and I really don't want Steele to be there.
Yeah.
You can still get somebody in the 3rd round. though. That'll be probably okay.
But again, but the funny thing is going to be come the day after the draft, they're going to say this team won the draft, that team won the draft, and this team was sorry. and you're going to turn around and look at it, you know, a year or two from now and say, damn, no, actually they lost the draft. You remember, you know, think about the Rams, all that they gave up to get Jared Goff, and now turning around to give up all they had to give up now to try and hope that Matthew Stafford's the guy.
Well, and then 2 years after that, it'll be someone different who won the draft.
There you go.
Like, it changes every year.
Yeah.
Up to 5 quarterbacks going in the first round before us, so this is going to be.
And guess what? How many of them are going to end up being ass?
Like the best, taking advantage.
But Panay Sewell and Rashawn Slater is graded higher than Justin Worth was, and Justin Worth was playing Pro Bowl material last year.
Yeah, well, okay, but you know, you can go back to Tyron Smith. Nate Solder was graded higher than Tyron Smith. Okay, right? But which one would you? If the Cowboys, thank God, they kept with Tyron Smith and not Nate Solder.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, and Jared Goff and you know Paxton Lynch were all rated higher than Dak Prescott. Okay.
See, that's the thing. I ain't talking about Mel Kiper's rating. I'm talking about like real rating. Not Mel Kiper.
Yeah, somebody's saying, Mark. Who?
Yes, sir. While I got you on here, I got to thank you for the signed shirt. I got it hanging up right next to my Cowboys flag.
There you go. Wait, which one? Wait a minute. Who's that one signed by? I can't see.
That's Lyle Collins.
Oh, there you go. All right, cool beans, man. That's one of my early shirts too, man. That's cool, man.
I got a question for you.
I was stoked.
Who's got a question for me? Devin, you need to unmute your mic.
It's on mute.
Devin Porter.
Devin Porter's it's muted.
But
who had a question?
Ask you, which defensive player out of the draft do you think would be the best one that would make an instant impact on our team?
Christian Ballmore for me. Christian Ballmore. I'm telling you. That would be I'm sorry, and people will say I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, he would be
I like J.O.K.
J.O.K. would be good too, but I'm telling you, man, listen, we have tried everything on defense except for safety and one technique. Can a brother just get one beast in the middle for just for one season and see what it does?
Well, what I can't understand is why the heck did we let KJ Wright walk?
And why isn't KJ Wright on a team right now? I'm wondering if there's a little side deal or something right now with that. Because KJ Wright, I'm sorry, is still a really good linebacker. I know he's old now. I know he wants to get, you know, a couple year deal. But nobody has talked to him? Nobody has signed him? What's going on with that?
Something ain't
Right.
right.
Didn't want to open that wallet up.
Yeah, somebody said, hey, Mark.
Yeah, I think it was my Cowboys family talking about it last night. That April 27th. After April 27th, then we don't lose any context for signing big free agents. What if KJ Wright in Dallas has something they're waiting on until after that's said and done?
That may be the case. That could be possible, but
maybe they're waiting till after the draft, see who they get in the draft.
And that could be possible too. But I'm surprised that nobody else has looked at him, you know, other team wise.
What if he turned down other teams to wait for?
Well, that may be true too. It's just
that means either there's a skeleton in the closet, or he's already made up his mind about where he wants to go, so he's not fielding offers from other people.
Yeah, that may be. Well, you know, you hear the Eagles are ready to go ahead and get all those skeletons in Deshaun Watson's closet. Okay, so if that ain't scared nobody off. Okay. Well, I heard. Well, there was an article I read where somebody said it would make sense for him to go there, but you know, I haven't heard anything from him or his people. Going there, but Kansas City definitely lost Damian Wilson.
Let me ask you this one, Mark.
What's that?
When are we going to get another Mel Kiper, Baltimore or / Indy exchange like yours? Who was that? Was that Irsay?
I think it was Irsay, yeah. Calvin Williams upgraded to the tailgate. Oh shit, Calvin! Shout out to you, man. Appreciate that.
How do you want Christian Barmore, Mark?
Why? Why?
He can't stop the run.
Okay, listen, dude. We need a pass rusher. We need a pass rusher. Listen, man.
We need to hold defense.
Okay, you know what? But here's the thing. Hold on, wait. Hold it. I didn't say he was polished yet. But I'm going to tell you one thing. That guy has the body, has that freight train ability, and has that push in the middle, man. We ain't had a push. When was the last time we had a push in the middle? Jay Ratcliffe. What? You know what? I can put him in a rotation, man. I'm telling you. You know what? There's a lot of guys that come in that don't have the hype. Because, see, a lot of times everybody's always looking, oh, man, he was great in college.
Mark, but you know why he good, right? Because he comes in after they get blowing teams out.
Okay. I hear you. All right, I hear you. But
Aleem McNeil. You want a big guy, get Aleem McNeil from North Carolina State.
All right, I hear you talking. Okay, again.
Did you ever watch
I'll look him up after we finish the stream here. But listen, man. Everybody's got their little pets. And that's my pet right there, okay? All right? Now listen, last year it was Gilmore. Last year was my guy Gilmore because he was like that freight train too.
I like Gilmore.
Okay? And I look at, listen, if I can put those two guys there together on that defensive line, and even if it's a rotational situation, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because we do not get that push in the middle, man.
Our problem was stopping the run. If you can't stop the run,
not only stopping the run, it was also getting pressure up the middle too.
Yeah.
We couldn't get pressure on the middle either, man. I'm telling you, because the problem with the Cowboys is they always look at one technique guys as, you know, we can take a defensive end and make him also a tackle. That's why we kept Tyrone Crawford. Tyrone Crawford really was a tweener. He was really not quick enough to be that great defensive end, and he wasn't really big enough to be that tackle. But they said, you know, he does the dirty work. He was not a defensive tackle.
No, he wasn't.
He was too light in the ass, okay? And it's the same thing with defensive, you know, with the one technique. They don't like one techniques for whatever reason. They say, oh, well, we can just take a tackle and we can, you know, use him as a one technique from time to time. And that's not the thing, because when you are a nose tackle, or back in my day, it was called nose guard, when you have to line up on the center, you are literally getting hit from every direction. And it's opposed to being a tackle, generally speaking, you're going to be on the left or the right, where you're used to everything coming from one direction. It's a totally different position. So, and you've got to have this mentality that I'm going to get the crap beat out of me and learn how to drop the anchor and hold the middle, because you're going to get beat up.
That's what Aleem McNeil is. I'm trying to tell you that.
Okay, let me
compare him to Barmore, and then you put a YouTube channel up and you let me know what's going on.
Aleem McNeil.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If we draft Horn at number 10, you know how the refs love to call the holding charges.
Yeah.
And Horn's known for being grabby.
Mm-hmm.
That could be coached out.
Worry about that?
That could be coached.
Not at all.
So wait, hold on, my man. You just said that can be coached. Now you just beat on my man Baltimore and said he can't stop the run. That can't be coached. That can't be coached.
What?
Now you just said no. Hold on. You just said
be able to force fumbles, and they need to stop with this two-handed touch trying to tackle. You
Right.
got to wrap that man up, and you got to pull him backwards. They keep tackling him forward, getting him extra yards.
There you go.
I can't stand it. It drives me crazy every game.
Well, Jalen Smith is famous for that. Jalen Smith is always getting hit and kind of drugged down the field a couple yards for a few more every time. It's like, man.
Mark.
Yes, sir.
Davin Porter, he's trying to get unmuted.
Oh, Davin Porter. I'm sorry.
He's still muted.
Let me tell you this.
See, this is what happens. This is what happens when you got broke ass media here, because I got too many things to do.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, ma'am, Stacey.
Drafting the safety in the second round. Think they'll do it?
They won't do it. Again, safety and one technique guys are kind of like, we ain't spending that high draft picks on those guys. They just won't do it.
But I'm saying if Richie Grant is available, you have to take Richie Grant at 44. Great.
Well, the thing that we can hope for is that Dan Quinn will have more influence on this defense.
I know he'll take Richie Grant in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's what we have to hope for, that they actually will listen to him. You know, and it's I didn't think that Mike Nolan was going to be that bad for the Cowboys.
I didn't either. You think Dan Quinn gonna have the defense better?
Can't be any worse.
It can't get worse.
Can't be any worse.
You guys can make the point that he lost those Super Bowls, but he got them there. So,
that's what I'm saying. That's where, I think, you know what? You got a great point there, Keaton. Because everybody's like, "Oh, well, he lost the Super Bowl." It's like, you mean you'd be upset if we went to the Super Bowl and we lost? Are you telling me?
He won one too. He he won one too.
And went back to another one.
Sure, even if we get to one and lose, that's still better than the last 20 years for us.
Thank you.
He's a better coordinator than he is a coach anyway.
Yeah. And there's a lot to be said for that too, because there are a lot of guys who are better coordinators than head coaches.
I think they need to bring Darren Woodson in and teach these safeties how to tackle.
There you go.
Al Harris ain't a bad.
Jimmy Johnson come in there and give him some tips.
Dan Quinn will be a great defense. Toby, Mark also said Don Terry Poe. You know, had Don Terry Poe played like he had in past years, then yeah, that would have been a good signing. But Don Terry Poe showed up for training camp on the PUP list and basically just did not show anything like he had in the past.
Why they didn't sign McCoy back?
I'm sorry?
Why they didn't sign McCoy back?
Good question. That might be one of those ones that they're just waiting and seeing what they do in the draft, because he hasn't signed with anybody else either. And so it might be that he's still not completely recovered, and a lot of people are looking at it and saying, we'll wait on that one. Yeah.
But he had an interview and said he's healthy, he's ready to go.
He says he is, but apparently nobody else thinks he is. I mean, he said, I wouldn't mind going back to Tampa Bay. I wouldn't mind playing with the Cowboys. Right now I just like to play, but right now ain't nobody signed him. And it may be that teams are just saying, you know what, let's just focus in on these younger players. And maybe that's what the deal is with KJ Wright. And you're just going to play, a waiting game until after the draft and see what you get.
One thing about Jerry, he don't like to get older people. He don't like to pay older players.
Right.
What about LVE?
I'm sorry, Dana?
I said, what about LVE?
Leighton Vander Esch. Well, let's see okay. If he can stay healthy, man. That's another one of those ones that, we have to worry about. Can he stay upright?
Yeah, I mean, that injury, was, if I'm not mistaken, was the one that ended Michael Irvin's career.
Yeah.
So, it was. So, Mark, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
So, last year, Chiefs had number 32 pick. They got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, which is arguably one of the best players a year later in the draft. So, what would you think about the Cowboys trading back?
I got no problem with the Cowboys trading back. Because to me, the top 10 picks, we all know that the tackle, we know the quarterbacks and everything else. Okay, that's the best of the best. But for me, I still think from 15 to 30, there's not that much difference in the players. You know what I'm saying? That if you step back and get a guy who's maybe not the tip top, but he's still really damn good and an improvement over what you got, and you can add another guy that's not far away in there. The thing that New England always did was, and if you look back at New England's teams, they didn't have a lot of guys that were necessarily Pro Bowlers. Cowboys always had more Pro Bowlers than anybody else. But what New England realized is it's a game of attrition. That's why it's not about me having, 8 really good players. It's about me having about 25 guys that I can rotate in there. So when I lose one of those, I'm not dropping off from Tyron Smith to Chaz Green.
Yeah.
And they always end up saying, we're not going to pay a whole lot of money. We're going to let them go and become a free agent, sign a big ass contract, and then we're going to get another pick.
So if you're the front office, do you wait to see how those first 5 to 7 picks go and then possibly trade back? Because you got the Giants and the Eagles right after you, where you're at right now.
Yeah. You got to go with the flow, because it may be somebody knocks your socks off early. But at 10, it's not like you've got the Atlanta Falcons 4 pick. If you trade with Atlanta right now, you've got a chance of getting one of the quarterbacks. At 10, there's no guarantee that any of those quarterbacks are going to still be there. So if that's one of those cases, that may end up being one of those last-minute spots where somebody fell that somebody's really in love with, and they're like, we got to jump with the Cowboys because we want to get that guy. So to me, that would be more of a draft day deal, unless it would be you're getting piggybacked. Like, let's say Washington goes from 19 to 10 to try and work their way all the way up to 4, because to jump from 19 all the way to 4, you're not going to be able to do it just straight up.
Yeah. I got a buddy who's a Washington fan. He's wanting one of those QBs. He's wanting them bad. So
the thing is, though, do we honestly think that there's going to be 5 good quarterbacks being drafted in one draft? Do we honestly think that's going to happen? If two of them are decent, then that's a big year.
Washington is overrated.
Oh yeah, I will say, they've got us beat on defense. Like of the NFC East teams, they're the NFC. They're the defense that I fear the most. We got them beat on offense.
Yeah.
And the Rams beat us. So,
I mean, if you put our offense and their defense together, that'd be a Super Bowl team right there.
Amen on that one.
I would think you could probably compare it to the 92-93 Super Bowl winning team.
Washington is overrated.
Washington is overrated. Well, they're going to play the big boys this year.
They really on a win now time.
How many of y'all miss Andy Dalton?
I'm sorry, how many did what?
How many of y'all miss Andy Dalton?
No. Wish him well in Chicago.
Ooh, all righty. On that note, we actually have gone.
Was on the Dalton train. Remember that?
Oh yeah, there were a lot of people that like Colin Cowherd. There's really not much difference between Andy Dalton and Dak Prescott. Yeah, okay.
Colin Cowherd, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just one of those talking mouths, you know.
He was smoking that Kush.
Amen on that one. All right, everybody. I appreciate.
Mark, I just want to ask you one thing.
One thing. What's that?
I was in Norfolk years and years and years ago. How far away are you?
About 3.5 hours.
So you're on the east side of Virginia or west side?
Northern side. Northern Virginia. I'm close to DC.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
All right, so everybody.
Mark, real quick.
What's that? Stuart? Yes.
Who do you think would be the Taco Charleston pick for the Cowboys this year if they were to make another bad choice?
I mean, I don't even want to think about that. I'm not even gonna. No, I'm not gonna put any bad mojo out there on that. No, I'm not even gonna do that one.
Hey, Mark. Real quick for fantasy purposes, if you're out there if you're in your home league, you're going to be fighting for your Cowboys. But if you're out there drafting in leagues that have other fan bases, let the I hate the Cowboys bias work in your favor. Your guys will.
You don't do fantasy football, brother.
You can get CeeDee Lamb late third, early fourth, top 5 wide receiver this year, stealing. It's like taking candy from a baby with that.
Mark, you don't do fantasy football, do you?
I don't know. Well, here's what happens is, well, okay. I had somebody else do my fantasy football team. Okay, I'm sorry. They kept picking Eagle players. I'm like, why are you picking Eagle? I don't want that stank on my team. Damn. But with that being said, here, I appreciate all of you guys coming and the ladies coming on through and helping me get this thing situated. All you fans that are in here, Toby over here hating on me and everything else, and all of I see David Wiley, we got you covered on your Joe Barty trophy and everything else. I appreciate all of you guys being here. I've got to go spend some time with the wife because, as we talked about before, happy wife, happy life, and I'm still hunting for that unicorn. Okay,
Mark, since we were your guinea pigs, we want those 6-inch Lombardis then.
They're not 6-inch, man. That's 12 inches, man. No,
Mark, I got number 3 right here, and I'm gonna take it to the star.
There you go.
Star for you.
All right. Well, Jerry, hey, what you doing with my trophy there, son? Come back over here. But I appreciate that. You know what? We'll probably do a few more. This was actually really fun having you guys just chatting back and forth with you.
Yeah, I got to get my number 4 signed.
There you go.
Before they try to give it to another player. What the heck is that about?
I think Dak's gonna hold on to the number. He won't be the one that'll be changing numbers. Yeah, but I appreciate all of you guys and you ladies coming in, and we're gonna do this again soon. And everybody who's been watching here and unfortunately not able to participate, I appreciate you guys being here as well. Thank you for the super chats. If you did one of those $100 super chats, there were 2 of those. Email me cowboysmark94@gmail.com, and let me put that up so that way I can get you guys situated on our Joe Barty trophy as well. And I don't have my shot glasses set up, but we're gonna go ahead and turn out the lights because this party's over.
The party.
All right.
We appreciate you.
And hey, all of you guys that tuned in, hey, thank you so much for being here, man. This was a ball.
Cowboys, let's go.
Roland, appreciate it. Stacy, Ismail, Troy, Stewart, iPad, Jimmy Cook, iPad again, Keaton Martin, Dana Jett, Davenport, Kevin Stewart, Troy Daniels. I appreciate all you guys, man. Thank you for the support, and I will see you guys soon.
You were the first one that ever got my name correct.
Oh, wait a minute. You mean I got somebody? Okay.